Now, we're going to do Donna's brows next. Donna's got her brows here. She does look after them, and she's also had semi-permanent brows put on. So we're just going to add to that. Now, you can use a slight grey brown if you want a lighter brown. You could use just brown, or you could use brown black. Some people who have very, very, very jet black hair, they even put blue black on their eyebrows. Not that it looks blue, but so that it's the darkest shade of black. But usually I would use brown or brown black, just a hint of black, just to make them darker. With Donna, with being so blonde, I'm just going to use, so I've sterilised the bowl now. And I'm just going to put a little bit of tint. So remember, we only need a tiny bit, so we're not eating into the profits. Notice when I use my trolley, I use good trolley rotation. I know where everything is on my trolley, and when I pick something up, I put it back where it belongs. At the end of your treatment, in between clients, you haven't got time to be tidying up your trolley all the time so much. So you need to make sure you put everything back where it belongs, so you're not creating a big mess to tidy up. So again, give it a really good, almost a mashing really, as well as a blending. So that's prepared. I've already put my Vaseline on the spatula, and we're going to put petroleum jelly or Vaseline around the eyebrow, so that we are just tinting the bits. I'm just going to use the other side of the cotton bud. It's really important not to get the Vaseline on the actual eyebrow, otherwise you'll stop. If there's any grease or anything at all over the hairs, it will prevent the process, the tinting process. Now, when you do the eyebrows, you only need to coat the very top. You don't need to put much on at all. So I'm literally just feathering it, almost like a hovercraft. When I did the eyelashes, I shove it on. You know, that doesn't sound very good, I'm shoving it on, but I do shove it on because I want to get it to the bottom lashes as well. With the eyebrows, I'm literally using very, very light hovercraft type feathery movements over the eyebrow, just so I catch the hairs without leaving big slugs. If you've never done someone's eyebrows before, obviously you've done other people's, but say Donna was a new client now, I'd only leave the tint on a few minutes and then I'd take it off, because I can always reapply it, but if it's too dark it'll take a week or so to wear off. Now, when you do eyebrows, when the person goes home that night and washes their eyebrows, and then the next day, you'll know if you tint your hair. Once you've washed it yourself, it does go lighter. So some clients do like their eyebrows slightly darker than they want them, so that by the next day they look the colour that they want. So a good consultation is required to know what your clients like. You can't look at someone and think, oh, they look a bit nervy, they won't like dark eyebrows, because they might want dark eyebrows. You know, looks can be deceiving. So it's really important you talk to them and ask them what their expectation is and what they want. Don't just assume, and definitely don't do what you like. It's what your client likes. You can recommend and you can talk to them, but it's what they like. Now, Donna hasn't got many eyebrows here because she's done the semi-permanent. If I have some clients, they have really dark eyebrows here and very light here. So what I sometimes do is I'll put the tint on the outer side of the eyebrow, leave it for like a minute or so, remove it, and then I'll think, oh yeah, that's matched up now. The ends and the middle match. And then I reapply it to the whole eyebrow. Everybody's eyebrows are slightly different. Usually people's eyebrows don't go from one colour to one colour whole So you might want to do a little bit of matching up first and then reapply it to get a deeper all over. So all that you can talk about is, do you want to do the ends darker? Do the middle look darker? What's the situ? What do they like? What colour eyes have they got? Then just use your cotton bud again, just to remove any little bits that might have gone on. I think that might be a freckle on Donna that I'm trying to remove. And then straight away put that in the bin. Now this time don't remove your tint from your bowl, because when I remove the tint I might decide to reapply. Okay, so while we're just waiting for that to take, you're literally just going to leave it for a few minutes. Again, if you've not done someone before, just double check. Now, a lot of therapists will put a tint on somebody and then they'll go to the next room and do a bikini wax on somebody else. Or they'll start off with a violent paint or just go and answer the phone. It's crucial that you sit with that client. If they're tints on, first of all, it could go jet black and they could look like they've got slugs instead of what they really want. And secondly, if it starts going in the eyes and stinging, how are they going to be able to tell you? And their iPads are on, so that'll increase a panic and they'll be upset, and then they don't feel that customer service that they should be feeling. So it is important you book out the correct time and charge accordingly. If you're wanting to make more money and that's why you're running from room to room, maybe you should look at the charges that you have for that person for that half an hour that you've booked them in for. But please do not leave a customer with the eye tint on. Now, support the eyebrow, and then you're going to go over, fold it over so it's nice, so it's clean side, and then come up the brow. Now it's important you're coming up the brow so you're releasing any tint that could be trapped underneath, and then over. Now if you do make a mishap and you have got stain on the skin, you can use stain remover. So especially people who want really, really jet black eyebrows, you might get a little bit of tint coming up, so you can use a bit of stain remover on the area, and you just buy that as a product from the wholesalers. And we will be going through products in the theory class. Then you can remove that one, turn the tissue over, and then bring on. Now if you're not sure, because you're not familiar with what your client likes and dislikes, you can wait till you remove the lashes and then reapply the eyebrows. Now I know from knowing Donna every day what she likes, how she likes her eyebrows, so I know that's the nice colour for Donna. But I will double check, I can't assume, so when I finish the lashes I'll show Donna in a mirror and she can decide herself whether that's the right things for her.